if I talk to him about a clean slate, too? Yes, no, maybe so.
I was making a funny time.
Well, then I guess we'll figure.
You got it.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I do.
All right, here
Come
we
on,
go.
you got it.
Plus, can I take it from top? Can I take it from top? Can I take it from top? Can I take it from sliding in?
That's gross. Tooth fell out. You totally need to get a hobby, girl. What did you want me to do? Lie to him? No. I didn't want Damon to weasel his... No. But you weren't supposed to let Damon weasel his way into your... Confused. You weren't supposed to let Damon weasel his way into your... What? Confused?
No bueno.
Between you here and Cole in the east, you have not been discreet. I'm waiting for an aeroplane.
I know.
Dear, are you...
Make him beg for more. I mean, don't come back.
All right, here we go.
Sure.
Oh! Shut off this generator!
Will you touch me again?
You asshole!
Ah!
If we want to find the cure, we have to find a vampire hunter who can kill enough vampires to reveal the mark. Who can kill enough vampires to reveal the map on the mark of the hunter. The hunter's mark.
So what's more important to you, huh? Killing me or getting the cure? Yay! Nailed it. $100 right here. There you go.
Ah. That was a little loud. We were trying to be quiet.
Some secrets are stronger than family. Pinky swear on it. I mean, the fun route didn't exactly pan up.
It's just been a couple.
What are you trying to say, bro?
I know what you're saying.
Saved us trouble. Saved us trouble, fam. They're gonna settle for mediocre. They're gonna settle for mediocre.
You're kind of like the Deepak Chopra of
Chopra?
Chopra? Is it Chopra or
It's not
Chopra?
pronounced Chopra, it's Chopra.
Damn it!
Now, let me start off by telling you how much I loved The Vampire Diaries Season 1 and Season 2. I loved those seasons so much that I have the Vampire Diaries soundtrack on my friggin' iPod and phone. I love those seasons so much that over, like, a while back, Best Buy was having a sale on, like, Blu-rays of seasons of shows, and I got Seasons 1 and Seasons 2 of The Vampire Diaries on Blu-ray, and then I had a frickin' Vampire Diaries Blu-ray marathon at my frickin' house. I loved this show. I thought the writing was great. I thought the characters were awesome. Yes, I had some criticisms about where they took the characters and where they took the storylines, but overall, my criticisms were just that, criticisms. They were not major faults with the show. I loved the show. Then Season 3 happens, and you guys know how I feel about Season 3. I think Season 3 was a congested, disjointed mess, but I would never say that Season 3 wrecked this show. However, I would say that about Season 4. Season 4 of The Vampire Diaries is like the breaking dawn of The Vampire Diaries. They break their own canon law. Characters behave out of character, and ultimately the story makes no sense. I can't even tell you what the main plot of this season was. I mean, like, yeah, sure, I could tell you about Ketsia and Silas, but not in detail. I have no clue what was truly going on and what truly happened back then. We were learning something, new about the stupid storyline, as the season went on in every freaking episode. It's like, oh, well, they knew each other, and then, Silas became immortal, and then Ketsia wanted to be immortal with him forever, but then she found out that he wanted to make this other girl immortal so that he can live with her forever. So then Ketsia locked him away with a cure so that he could take it and then die. But then Ketsia somehow, being the most powerful witch ever, created an entire alternate dimension where all the souls of supernaturals go after they die. Like, when they said that, I was like, okay, two things. One, how Bonnie couldn't even pull off bringing the souls back from purgatory without dying. How can this chick create an entire dimension where the souls can go and not end up killing herself? How powerful was this chick, and why is she capable of doing something with all that power that Bonnie can't do with all that power, considering that she's from Bonnie's bloodline? That makes no sense to me. And number two, it is a clear ripoff of Supernatural Season 6. Supernatural Season 6, the main plot line is basically that we find out that there's a whole new dimension called Purgatory, where all the souls of supernaturals go after they die, and the plot is about getting souls out of Purgatory. It's a complete ripoff. And you know, they're also ripping off their own past season. The whole thing about, you know, lowering the veil, opening the door last season, getting the spirits out. And it's the same patented storyline. And again, it was just so congested. And then, like, you know, the whole Brotherhood of the Five thing to me makes no sense. So Ketsia's ancestors created the Brotherhood of the Five to open Silas's tomb, wake Silas up, force the cure down his throat, and then kill him? Why? Why? Silas wasn't hurting anybody. He wasn't doing anything. He was fine where he was, locked away in his tomb. There was no reason why they had to go kill him. I mean, like, I would understand if Silas was running around free killing people, but he wasn't. He was locked away in some tomb, and he wasn't doing anything. Why did they even feel the need to create the Brotherhood of the Five to find him and kill him if there's no reason to find him and kill him? There was no point to the Brotherhood of the Five. And also, why does killing vampires spread the tattoo that is the map/spell to get to Silas? They have nothing to do with Silas. They have nothing to do with him. They were created 1,000 years after Silas by a completely different spell. It makes no sense. That makes no sense to me. What does killing them have to do with finding Silas? It makes no sense. And they never even really explained that. I mean, like, you know, just throw a line in there about how killing immortal creatures helps unlock the map to go kill the ultimate immortal creature, or something like that. Like, something. And even that would have been stupid and fanfiction-ish. But you know what? I wouldn't want to insult fanfiction like that. Honestly, I've read fanfiction. I've read Vampire Diaries fanfictions that were better than this fucking season. This season was so horrible and disjointed and made no sense. The whole sire bond thing, that is breaking your own canon law, and it makes no sense. How Tyler was talking about how he's always hated Klaus, and how the sire bond is all about doing something against your will. It just affects your actions. That makes no sense. Am I the only one who remembers that Tyler was just, like, kissing Klaus's ass for the entire beginning of last season? And when everyone was like, Tyler, what are you doing? Klaus is crazy. He was like, no, Klaus isn't crazy. He just wants to get his family back. I was like, okay, so now you're telling me that Tyler was acting that way just because he was acting that way? There was no reason behind it? That makes no sense. No sense. And, oh my god, Caroline this season and Elena, those two things were horrible. Horrible. And I know that everyone loves these ships. I personally don't. I hate both of these ships. And the moment that Klaus killed Tyler's mom, I was like, okay, if Caroline happens, I'm going to lose all respect for Caroline. And I actually did. And you guys know how much I love Caroline, but I lost respect for her. And the season finale, when she's calling Klaus and begging Klaus to come back to town, and he does. And then she's actually grateful to him for allowing Tyler to come back. I was like, really? Are you forgetting that he killed Tyler's mother? And when she was like, oh my god, you're moving on, blah, blah, I was like, oh my god, you never... I hate Caroline. I hate it. Same thing with Delana. I've said this from the beginning. Delana can work if Damon atones and apologizes for the horrible things he's done in this fucking show. But he never does. He literally tells her at the end of the season that he is and always will be the horrible person that everyone thinks he is, pretty much. And she says she doesn't care. Really? So now you're completely butchering Elena. And talking about butchering Elena, like, really, emotionless Elena was completely obnoxious and ridiculous. Emotionless Elena was completely ridiculous, and the whole thing about her switch, so she tries to kill Caroline twice and doesn't flinch. She sees Matt die, and that forces her switch back on. How ridiculous. What's nice when Elena doesn't favor ties with her friends. Like, this show sucks. It sucks so much. I'm almost embarrassed to say that I ever liked this show. It's become so bad. So bad. Like, I honestly, I could feel my brain rotting as I was watching this show. And I know you guys are thinking, well, if you hated the season so much, why did you finish watching it? I finished watching it because, one, I needed some closure, because I loved this show so much in the beginning, and two, because honestly, I just wanted to see how far they were going to take it. And it got so bad. In the finale, all the ghosts are back. Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? They weren't doing anything. We saw like 4 or 5 ghosts. Where were all of them? Where were all the hybrids? Where were all the witches? Like, yeah, the witches go there and then Klaus chops off her head. Oh, who's next? I was like, are we forgetting that you're all already dead? And then they all run off because they're scared. Like, and I just don't understand why they didn't give, you know, Tyler and Jeremy, Steven and Michael, why they didn't give them any kind of real anything this season, seriously, and bringing Jeremy right back, really, after everything, that makes his death completely meaningless. It makes that scene where Elena breaks down completely pointless. To bring him right back after that, this is bad writing. Same thing with freaking Michael, man. It's completely ridiculous, and it's so upsetting because I know these guys are talented, and I want to see that talent on screen. I want them to blow me away, but they can't because the writers don't know where the priorities are. And it's like, I just rewatched the special freaking features of season 2, and I hear Julie talk about how amazing Michael was during that transformation scene, and everyone was talking about him, and they should have been because he's such an amazing actor. Then why do you shaft him, you bitch? Like, the one thing that I liked that ultimately became horrible on this show was Tyler's storyline with the hybrids. I liked it, and then ultimately was revealed as ridiculous. Tyler is stepping up to the plate. He's going to become the alpha leader. He is going to haul in the hybrids. He is going to lead them. He is going to take down Klaus. He's going to set them free. He promises them that they will be alive and free and all that, you know, all that good stuff. You know, he's going to be with Caroline. He's going to take down Klaus. He's going to be the leader of the hybrids. Yes! And then what happens? He's betrayed by Haley, who he thinks is his friend. She betrays him. Number 1. Number 2, all the hybrids he promised to protect, they get slaughtered. And then Klaus kills his mother, all because of him and his plans. This is something that would utterly destroy someone, this happening to them, especially if they have enhanced emotions. But what do we get from Tyler? We get that one scene in that memorial episode with his mother where he's crying, and then that's it. And then he leaves town because he's scared of Klaus. That's completely counteract to what you've been developing him as. If anything, he'd be like, you know what, screw Klaus. Man, seriously, guys, Bonnie, Elena, Damon, Stefan, help me out here, man. He killed my mother. He's ruining my life. I need you guys to help me take him down. But no, they get rid of Tyler. Why? Because for some reason, they love Klaus so much. I don't understand. I am one of those fans who thinks that Klaus is interesting psychologically, but as a character, mostly, he's a whining bitch, and I don't like him. And as for this new original series, one thing to say. There you go. I will not be watching the originals. I will not be watching Vampire Diaries Season 6. I will not be watching this show whatsoever because it's horrible and it needs to end, and I will always love this cast because the cast is ultimately what made it somewhat bearable. I love this cast. I love everyone. I love them all, and they all need to go on and do more better things because no one on this show gets any real respect except for the main 3. And even those main 3, Elena, Stefan, Damon, Paul, Nina, and Ian, they're not even getting much respect either because they're nothing but the stereotypical Vampire Diary bullshit cliches that everyone thinks they are. Delena didn't get anything. Every single scene that they had was filled with this stupid sire bond drama. And Stefan, he was pretty much stagnant, and he was doing things that made no sense to me. I'm done talking about this show. I'm done watching this show. I'm just done with this show altogether. And I can only pray that it will get canceled because I looked it up, and apparently this season, the finale had like the lowest ratings out of like all the other past seasons, and hopefully people will keep tuning out because this show makes no sense. And as for the whole Silas reveal at the end of the season, can anyone explain to me what that was? That made no sense to me. Like, so does this mean that the Salvatore bloodline is related to Silas? Because as far as I know, that's the only way a doppelganger thing can work. Because the same thing with Elena and Catherine and then the original doppelganger. It's a bloodline. It's a bloodline of a family, and every couple of generations a doppelganger pops up. Is that like the Salvatore line? And if that's the case, then how does that work? They didn't explain that. It's like, boom, I look like Stefan and you're my doppelganger and I'm gonna lock you in this safe and throw you in the lake. Like, oh my god, it was boring. I'm sorry, that finale was so boring. So boring. I'm done watching this show. This writing is crap. Julie, Kevin, you need to be banned from every writing. No, you know what? You don't put a pen to paper. Don't put your fingertips on a keyboard. You need to just be banned from all forms of just like writing. Period. Because the thing about this show is that now all they do is they throw their raw ideas on paper and then put it on screen, which is the problem. The thing about raw ideas is that they need to be developed. They need to be developed into a storyline. All you do is throw out raw ideas. Oh my god, hunters. Oh my god, a hunter's sword that reveals the location of the map. Oh, Professor Shane. Oh my god, there's only one cure. Oh my god, the hunters. Oh my god, the hybrids. Oh my god, the ghosts. Oh my god, Ketsia. Oh my god, Silas. Oh my god, this stupid, you know, doppelganger reveal. It's just, it's all so stupid. It's all so self-absorbed. I just can't watch this show anymore. And I'm almost embarrassed to say I ever loved this show. But I will always watch season 1 and season 2 of this show. But as far as I'm concerned, it ends after that. Seriously. I'm done with this show, man. I'm done. Just bye, guys. Good luck and luck, good luck and love. Comment, respond. Just, I'm done. I'm finished.